Now, figures out today from the charity Childline say an average 16 children a day contact the organisation with concerns about their gender and sexual identity. Children's charity, the NSPCC, says the main worries young people contact their helpline with are coming out as gay and homophobic bullying. Last year, Childline carried out over 6,000 counselling sessions with children about issues relating to gender and sexuality. Homophobic bullying was mentioned in 573 of those sessions, and there was a 40% rise between 2017 and 2019 in the number of children with concerns about coming out as gay. Over the same period, the number of people viewing the transgender page on the Childline website increased by 80%, from just under 7,000 to over 12,000. Well, today the NSPCC is reminding all young people that Childline is confidential and there for them 7 days a week if they have any concerns about their gender or sexual identity. Well, joining us now from Central London is Childline Development Project Manager Alex Gray. Alex, good to talk to you this morning. You've had kids as young as 11 contact you about gender and sexual identity. What exactly are they saying to you?
We get young people contacting us about a range of issues relating to sexual and gender identity. We hear from them around things like self-acceptance, homophobic bullying, gender dysphoria, that type of thing. And it's really fantastic news that they feel able to reach out to us and to share their feelings and thoughts, because we know that a lot of these young people can be very isolated.
Yeah, I guess the challenge that many of these kids face is that they're deeply concerned about going to their parents and coming out to them because they're worried that their parents might say, look, you know, you're going through a phase, you'll get past this.
Absolutely. We hear that a lot from young people, that the message they get is, oh, this is a phase, you're going to work through this, things will be different in the future. But we know for a lot of young people that that's not the case. It's really important that they have that support in place, whether that be from parents or from schools, teachers, or from organisations like Childline, just to speak about some of their feelings, their thoughts as they go through this developmental stage in their life.
Your study shows 573 cases of homophobic bullying. There's also an increase in the number of cases of kids coming out. I mean, how do you explain these figures?
I think one of the good news stories that we are speaking about today is that people do feel more able to speak out about some of these issues. And gradually, we are getting there. People are accepting things such as sexuality and difference within sexuality and gender. So I think it's a positive thing that young people in particular do feel able to come out, that they do feel able to share their identity with others without fear of being judged and without fear of, not being accepted or being rejected by people. But we do know that that's still an issue for many, many young people out there, and it's important that they reach out and get support.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the work that Childline is doing with these youngsters and also what counsellors are saying to them in order to assuage those fears?
Absolutely. We are a listening service for children and young people. We're there primarily to listen to them and to hear them explain from their perspective how they feel, what their identity is, and to explore their world. And we will then work with them to think about some of the issues that they're facing, so whether that be homophobic bullying or gender identity or self-acceptance, whatever it is, we just work through that with them at their pace, confidentially, without speaking to anyone else. And that today is the message that we really want to get across, that it is a safe space for young people to come without judgment, with total acceptance.
It is a safe space, yet at the same time it's a step for a youngster, a teenager, or somebody even younger than a teenager to pick up that phone, to take that first step, to call one of your counsellors. I mean, what would your advice be to them? What would your message be to them if they feel at this moment in time they can't necessarily go to mum and dad and have that conversation with them, and they can't yet speak to one of your counsellors at Childline?
I think the first thing that I would say to them is that you are not alone. So whether Childline might seem like a big step to pick up that phone or to log onto our website and have a chat with a counsellor, think about the people who are around you. Think about who you might trust, who you could speak to generally about your identity, who you are, what your sexual identity might be, your gender identity. But also, as you've seen from the stats there, a lot of young people are accessing information online. So things like the Childline website is an excellent resource for young people. We're also working with a lot of celebrities and influencers as part of this campaign. So Monroe Bergdorf has done a video for us speaking to young people who may feel that they are trans or want to transition and giving them some advice. So please have a look at those resources. And if after that you feel that you're able to speak to someone, you're able to pick up the phone, then Childline is always there for you.
OK, Alex, good to talk. Alex Gray, Childline Development Projects Manager. Thanks for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.